Assalamu alaikum from 3 classes. This is the second lesson. We will be doing revision topic. We will do some of the chapters with revision. So we were talking about the slave trade. The slave trade we discussed it for the previous lesson, the different types of slave trade, what slave trade was. And in our lesson today we are going to talk about several topics. So the first topic that we will talk about is why was Africa vulnerable to the slave trade? You remember Africa was enslaved. Around 10 to 15 million people were shipped from Africa to Europe and to Americas. So why was Africa enslaved? That's the question. Why was Africa vulnerable to the slave trade? Why was Africa susceptible to the slave trade? The first one is political fragmentation. When we are talking about Africa in terms of politics, they were not united. They were fragmented. They were broken into different political institutions, different kingdoms, different chiefdoms, different empires, different regions that were not friendly. So that made it easier for the slavery traders to make Africa slaves. The second one was sailing routes. The routes that were coming to Africa were also discovered. The other one was the lack of familiarity with the Americas. Africans, they were not familiar with the Americas. They had never seen America. For that reason, that made easier for the Europeans to enslave Africa. When they took from their African land to America, they don't know the land, so there's no way they could go, and that's one of the reasons why. The other reason why Africa was vulnerable was because Africa, they have a lot of people. The birth rate of Africa was very high. Availability of people in Africa, high birth rate. Africans, they have a high birth rate. A family minimum 5 children. So the population of Africa was very high compared to the rest. The Africans, they had experiences, civilizations, and skills. African people, they knew how to work on the metals. They were experts in farming. They were experts in herding. Keeping livestock and many more. So they were not ignorant. They knew what they were going to be used for. For example, most of them, when they ended up to become slaves, they would be doing farming. For that reason, they were already familiar with the farming and keeping livestock. That's another reason why they were enslaved. The other reason was there was no diplomatic repercussions. Africa and the Europeans, they never had what's called diplomatic relationships, good political relationship. So the Europeans, they knew that whatever they do, there will be no consequences coming from them, coming from any agreements they have made with them. They never made an agreement with them, so it was easier for them to go and to enslave. The other reason that we can add is, for example, Africans, they were very strong, and even they were resistant to some of the diseases that were prevalent at that time. And they could work very long hours. They could work long hours because they were so strong, especially West Africa. So that we have answered the first question. Why was Africa vulnerable to the slave trade? The second point today is what the countries that participate in slave trade. They were Britain, Denmark, France, Holland, Portugal, Spain, Norway, and Sweden. These were the major ones that took part in the slave trade. The trade network. What about the trade network? You remember this slave trade that we are talking about is called transatlantic slave trade. It has also another name. Can you guess the other name it has, students? It's also called what? Triangular slave trade. It's like triangle. So captured Africans became part of a network called triangular trade. Let me show you the triangular trade. It is this. As you can see the diagram. So the first thing that have to be done is manufacture goods from Europe, from the industries of Europe are taken to Africa. Those goods like guns. So when they are brought to Africa, they are exchanged with the slaves. So they provide those guns to the African kingdoms, and then they take those, slaves. So the second journey is slaves are taken from Africa to where? To the West Indies, to those, regions in there, in Americas. They are taken to Americas, not West India, West Indies. The small region is in there. So Jamaica like that. So West India taken to West Indies. And then the last one is what? The slaves, they do the work, they farm, and finally they harvest it. So the harvested raw materials, the third stage, are taken from West Indies or from Americas to Europe, to European industries, so that they can provide finished goods. So the first thing, the finished goods are taken to Africa for exchange of slaves. Slaves are taken to Americas, the second one, and then the goods that is the raw materials that the slaves finally produce from the farms will be taken to the industries of Europe. So that it was a triangle, as you could see from the diagram. So the first leg of triangle is ships carried European goods to Africa to be exchanged for the slaves. Very big ships go from Europe to Africa to exchange slaves. Second one is called the Middle Passage. The Middle Passage was the passage that the slaves should undergo to the ocean, to the Atlantic Ocean. Africans were brought to America to be sold. And the Middle Passage was very, very hard, because they would be on the ships, chained together, and it was hard. Sometimes months. The third leg was American, they have to go into the plantation. And this even, also very, very hard for them. They should be working, sometimes even up to 18 hours. So American products were carried to Europe. Some slave traders from America sailed directly to Africa, not following triangular. So this is triangular slave traders you can see from there. The Middle Passage is number 2. They have to cross from Africa to they have to cross the Atlantic Ocean. European slave traders, the number of voyages, the number of trips to Africa made between 1695 and 1807 from each of the main European parties that were involved in the slave trade were the following. Imagine the number of trips to Africa from this time. Okay, 1695 up to 1807. That is almost, how many years? 110 something, yes. Well, 100, I think, 12 years. This is the number of raids they have done. So how many voyages from the port of Liverpool? 5,300 voyages, trips by ships. London 3,100, Bristol 2,200 trips, and other European parties 450 from Amsterdam, Barcelona, Bordeaux, Lisbon, and Nantes. So you could see that Britain was the leader in terms of slave trade. And this is where most of the slaves worked. The slave labor in the Americas from 1,400 to 1,800. This is where they worked. Most of the plantationists they worked. So sugar plantation was number 1. Imagine, more than 6 million African slaves they worked in the sugar plantations in the Americas. What about the coffee plantations? More than almost 2 million African slaves worked there. What about the mining? 1 million. How many were maids, households? Maids? 1 million. What about the cotton fields? 500,000. What about the cacao fields? 250,000. So this almost, I think, 10.75 million people here. But the number of slaves were more than this. Okay, they were more than this. Okay, and this is your classwork activity. You will do it in the home, because now your home is where you do your classwork. Okay, so the first question is there. Why is it called triangular trade? The second one is 3 reasons. So I think you can download the video and then you can pause it. Then you can write the questions and do the answers into your focus. So that's all for today. Take care. This is your teacher Abdullah Ahmed saying to you, take care, stay at home, stay at home, stay at home, wash your hands with soap regularly.